BlackRock more than tripled its spending on home security for CEO Larry Fink last year after he became a target for so-called anti-woke activists and conspiracy theorists. According to the company's disclosure of executive compensation, BlackRock paid $563,000 to upgrade the home security systems at Fink's residences in 2023, on top of more than $200,000 of protection by bodyguards. An analysis by the FT of security spending for CEOs found a wide range, from $1.2 million for Disney's Bob Iger last year and more than $1 million for Moderna's Stéphane Bancel to just $30,000 for Goldman Sachs' David Solomon. But Tesla is the big standout. It registered expenses of $2.4 million for Elon Musk's security last year, with an additional $500,000 spent in the first 2 months of this year.
And Tesla, as we've been reporting, slashing prices on several vehicles in several global markets, including the United States. It's dealing with slumping sales, rising inventories. Phil LeBeau joins us now with more and can tell us exactly what we need to see in Tesla and Toyota for that for them to switch. Not that far, market cap.
No, they're very close, Joe. And you know, when we'll show you a 2-year chart at the end of this report of Tesla and what's happened. Take a look at the decline since last July. A little teaser there if you want to see how much this has dropped. The news over the weekend, starting on Friday here in the U.S., and then we saw it confirmed in other markets worldwide. They're cutting the price of the Model Y, S, and X by another $2,000. And look at what they're going to be doing with the price of full self-driving here in the U.S., dropping it down to $8,000 from $12,000. Tomorrow, that's when we get the numbers from Tesla regarding the first quarter. And I hate to say it's almost like, well, we know it's going to be pretty poor relative to what Tesla has done in the past. So does anybody really need to see it? Yeah, they do need to see it. The estimate is for a profit of 49 cents a share. But if it comes in shy of that, that's not what's going to be driving the stock lower. By the way, we expect the first quarterly or first year-over-year decline in revenue in 4 years. Just over $25 billion is expected in revenue. The focus is going to be on the conference call and on the guidance. So gross margins in the first quarter, they're expected to come in down about 15.9%. But if it's lower than that, I've talked to a number of analysts who said, look, it could be down around 14.5%. That's not what's going to move the stock much lower. It's the guidance for the second quarter and for 2024 specifically. What does Elon Musk say about small car production plans? Is it gone completely, or is it simply taking a backseat to robo-taxi plans? In terms of deliveries, the small car does matter because the growth trajectory in terms of annual deliveries, that's what's been driving the stock. Really, over the last 6-7 years, people have been saying, well, look, they're going to grow annual deliveries by 50% every year. Nobody thinks that's possible anymore, at least not in the near term. The delivery estimate, by the way, for 2024, just under 1.9 million vehicles. They delivered 1.81 million last year. And as you take a look at shares of Tesla over the last 2 years, look at what I was talking about if you go back to July. It's a little bit hard to see here, but basically the stock has been cut in half. It's down to 143. I think it was up at about 290, 288, 290, something like that last July. And as you mentioned, guys, they are coming real close as the stock continues to fall and the market cap continues to fall, coming real close to falling back below Toyota in terms of the most valuable auto company. But the big focus tomorrow night is the conference call, guys. What does Elon say about the robo-taxi? And it has to be something more than this is going to unlock the future. This is a quantum leap. This is where we need to go. I believe it's going to happen. I think people would like to see some benchmarks thrown out in terms of when, beyond the unveil, when do we actually see it, in his opinion, put into production, into service?
Phil, am I misunderstanding this? To have a robotaxi in the wild would require level 5, right? In terms of
correct, and they are not there. They are not at level 5.
human intervention, and they haven't been there. So the question is, do you think they're going to announce tech that they think they've somehow gotten there, or is this going to be a
that's a huge jump,
2,
Andrew?
3 year
it's
dream?
It's a huge leap of faith to believe that they can say definitively 2027. I'm just throwing that out there, or 2028. We will have the driver completely out of the car. And if you are a Tesla owner, theoretically, you turn it into a robo-taxi. you would be part of the Tesla robotaxi network. And when you're not using it, it toodles off. It does what it needs to do. It gives people rides from point A to point B, no intervention at all. That's a huge, huge leap from where they are right now in terms of technology.
I just am wondering, do we need to change the narrative now, Phil? It was, EVs are their time is not yet here unless it's Tesla.
Right.
Because people are going to buy hybrids because it's just what they seem to like right now. Now I don't know. Now Tesla might not be qualitatively different than the rest of the. You still got the charging station problem and the mileage problem.
They're still king of the hill in terms of the EV market, Joe. They are still king of the hill, and it's still an extremely valuable company in terms of the EV market. But are you saying the bloom is off the rose completely with EVs, and from here on out, let's just be looking at it as a small little niche part of the auto industry? Continuing to grow.
I was shocked that by 2050, even the Biden administration, the number's 12%. That's where we get by 2050 with total EVs.
Well, you're talking about total number of vehicles on the road, Joe. That's what you're talking about. Remember, there's 280 million vehicles on the road.
That's a lot.
Car that is sold today. A car that is sold today likely is still on the road. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them are still on the road in 2040 to 2045.
Right.
They last
sales then, I think, so they're 14% of total sales is all they were expecting by then. So it's crazy. And
I'm not sure. I've not seen that statistic. 14% of annual sales will only be EVs. Well, right now, Joe, you're looking at 9%, 8 or 9% are EVs. You're saying that over the next 25 years, it's only going to grow 6%?
No, I'm not saying it. I'm saying that's what this report said. I will send it to you.
I'm not familiar with whether the report is talking about total vehicles on the road, which I could see 14% because there's 300 million vehicles out there, or if they're talking about annual sales.